Have you ever seen? I forgot what's the name of that. But they have like a. Well, people start making sounds. They're like, and I know you like this. How you doing, my man?
Are you talking about the SMR? SMR is SMR.
Yeah,
you're talking about SMR.
I don't like this stuff. I don't like them. I find them funny. Cause I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is what you decide to do with your free time.
Bro, every single time I end up running into one of those, I'm just like, what is this? It's like I don't find what people find soothing about it, but it's like ocean sounds to people. So
no, I do understand when it's like, you know, like you grabbing something and you're crushing it and like the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love that. What I don't like is whenever they whisper to my ears. I don't like that. Hey, how you doing? It's like, dog, get out of my ear, man.
Bro, that's not necessary.
You know what I mean?
Like, what are you doing to me right now? Are you trying to seduce me?
Yeah, it's so weird to me. I don't know.
All right, so this is episode 1 of Wolf's Pod. So here we have Kelvin.
Hello. Hi.
So
I kind of got nervous. Because I know, because as soon as you say like, oh, this is Wolf's Pot, it's like, oh, we on now.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah, it's official now.
It's happening.
We've been here for like how long? Trying to figure this thing out.
But I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 hours.
It doesn't even feel 2 hours. I was gonna say like an hour.
No, it's been like 2 hours.
It's all good though, you know. This is how you start. This is how it begins. This is the beginning of Wolf Pot and Wolf Pot, right? I got it right. Excuse my English, all right? I'm not the best. I'm still learning. It's not 100. It's like 75%.
Word.
Yeah. So, you know, it's the first thing, and I really hope the best for you on this, you know. I see you're really working hard for this, and I'm proud of you, man. And you know what's crazy? We barely know each other.
Yeah, I met this guy in the street. Like, he was homeless. I gave him $1, and I was like, you know what, bro? Just come up my
hey,
saying that.
This is how you know I got brains. But $1, look where I am
flipped
right now,
it.
bro.
You see that? Yo,
he hooked me up with a woman, and you know, I just started talking my stuff, and
hey, you keep that out of the pot, bro.
She started giving me that bread, and now I'm here.
Unspoken Riz.
All right, for the people that don't know, that was actually a lie, of course, and yeah, we met at work.
Yeah, we definitely met at work. I noticed that he had a very intelligent mind, so I wanted to bring him on. I want people on here that can actually wow me. So this is what it's all going to be about. It's about getting some knowledge, to be real, bro.
Hey, I tell you what, like I like listening to you because the first thing when I see it, I'm looking at the camera because I'm trying to talk to the people right now. The first time I met him, like it was just you know when you working, you got those coworkers and you start making conversations to make the time pass. I was talking to him like just letting the mouth go, and then he's like really listening, and you know that's a good thing. It's like whatever. At first I'm not really thinking much about it, and then he starts giving like when he starts speaking, I was like wait, all right, I gotta be careful with this guy because this guy is a good listener and he knows when to talk. Like he's not like one of these guys to just be like, you know, running their mouth and saying whatever. He's listening for the right things and saying the right things, and I'm like, I gotta be careful, you know.
It's like I'm interacting to what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm actually like paying attention to every word that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, you know. And then every time you speak, it's like it made me interested to listen. You know, it's not like just the fact that I had to be careful with what I said. Not really, because there's nothing wrong. Like, you know, I can say whatever to you, and like you're a nice guy, and I know you're gonna say, like, you're gonna give me the best advice you know
that I know of.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just like there's certain people, like there's certain smart people that you meet, and it's like this guy is smart, and like I don't want to look stupid in a way, or like I don't know how to explain it.
But was that all right? So I have a question towards you.
Okay.
So
sorry.
So was that what was going through your mind? Like you didn't want to seem like you're stupid.
Yeah, because like you have to know. I feel like there's certain ways to communicate. You have to learn. I feel like for communications, the key way to communicate it's not by communicating the way you speak, it's by speaking the way that they listen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's something we talked about too.
Yeah, it's
you gotta
like
learn the person. You gotta learn what's best. Like, you have to know how to you have to know that person in order to communicate with them the best way possible.
Yeah, because otherwise, because communications it's basically a connection. That's basically what communication, how I see it. So if you're just talking the same way for everybody, for some people you're gonna have communications, and for others you're not, because some people,
because you're communicating with everyone the same way that you're communicating with others.
Yeah,
and it doesn't work that way with everyone. That's why you have to get to know that person.
There you go. Because not everybody listens the same way. So for you, I noticed you were like a really careful listener. So I was like, you know what? Well, like for you, I didn't want to come to like, because usually I talk. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold myself, because like I got to listen to what you're saying, because it was interesting. And then I learned a lot from it. This is a smart guy.
And this is
a real smart guy.
This is what I told you, bro. Like the Bible says to be slow to speak and quick to listen.
Yeah, you told me that, and I was like, I think that's what you told me, and then I was like, yeah, this guy got knowledge.
It's experience, bro. Like, it all comes from experience. Like this I could have been doing earlier. It's just like I had to experience some things in order to be where I am right now, which I'm not in the best position, but I'm sure someday I will be and you will be.
I mean, you know how some people, they always looking for like, how do I say that? Like, all right, let me put an example, like success. Okay. Everybody has like an image of success, and like, or everybody wants to get to a point in their life where it's like everything is set and they don't have to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's the wrong idea of success. Like, success is not where you know it all and then you don't have to worry about anything else. I feel like success is when you actually learn to manage whatever comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when a real success comes. It's like,
but that's like, let's just say you're in a very poor state.
Okay.
If you just learn how to manage well where you're at right now, you would be doing good.
Yeah. So it's basically progress. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you learn how to move forward and how to, like, whenever something comes and you don't know, figuring it out, because it's easy when you already know something and you're just doing it. It's different when something that is new and you're like, oh, so how do I deal with this? And before you just do and then see, then you get the consequence of the wrong action. It's like you take yourself and you basically do your research, or you basically start learning new things to then, that's to me is like the definition of like, oh, that's a successful person.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
It does in a way. It feels like,
Go ahead, man.
I mean, like I feel like everyone can be successful in their own way, of course.
Okay.
And there's different versions of success.
All right. Can you give me an example of a different one?
All right, so let's just say you're working at a job and you're completely okay with that job, even though everyone else hates it, but you feel like you're being successful. But that also comes into the aspect of appreciation.
Okay.
And you're appreciating the things you have. And that's why you should always be content with the things that you have, because everything else, no matter what, if something is ordained for you, it's going to happen. That success is going to smack you in your face. Yeah,
okay, so I feel like the same concept I was saying fixed for that too. Like, I do get what you're saying. You have to appreciate the things you have, because that had happened a lot to me, where like sometimes I'm looking too forward into like the future, and I forget sometimes about the present,
and it trips you up.
And I'm like, and then once I don't have that thing that I had in the present, then I want to live the past, and then I'm like, what? Then I'm catching myself into, I'm thinking too much of the future, or then I'm thinking too much of the past, something that's already past.
Dude, you find yourself thinking about the future, yet you're living in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I have, because sometimes you don't think about the present. So I get what you're saying, but going back to the success thing, I still feel like it still applies, because you have to appreciate the things you have, but at the same time you have to get comfortable on being uncomfortable. So it's like, because like, let's say, like, for example, if you want a success, let's say this podcast, right? You have to also adapt to whatever is coming up.
And you gotta apply to it too.
Yeah, and that progress of like adapting and doing new things is gonna mold you to a better person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. Like, that's the real definition of success, where it's like you don't put yourself just in a little box of like, oh, this is my success. It's like, no, you have if you're good at actually taking new stuff and then working, like learning and progressing yourself into being better of whatever comes to you in life, that is the definition to success for me.
I feel like when you were mentioning that box is normally where people are most comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's like the box. I mean, like for example, like don't put like the box is the limitations. Don't put limitations on yourself. Like, don't be like, oh, this is what I am and this is all I can do. You can do more.
Yeah, you could always do more. That's for sure.
So that's what I was going with the success part of, like, to me the real definition is like how well you handle, like how well you handle the new task that comes to you, like the new problems of life that comes to you. Like, if you're really able to handle it, or like finding new ways of doing things, I feel like that's the real definition of success. I don't know. That's for me personally.
I mean, I explained to you like mine, so I completely understand where you're coming from.
Gotcha. But yeah,
success can be viewed in many, many different ways. It's like success to me would look like failure to you.
Why?
Like, I'm just saying, if you were like a completely different person, and let's just say I want a Lamborghini, you want a Honda, I could look down upon you and be like, that's not success.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was practically trying to imply at first. Like, success can look different to everyone, like baby steps.
I see.
Trying to get, like, a lot of us, like you were also mentioning, like looking too far ahead. A lot of us trip ourselves up looking too far ahead.
I okay, because like going back to the Lamborghini and the thing, and like the Honda, like let's say my favorite car is a Honda and yours is a Lamborghini, and then let's say you get the Lamborghini and I get the Honda.
It's your preference. It's what you like.
Yeah, and my preference is like, oh, like I have my dream car, I have my success, and then you look at it and you're like, that's a Honda. That'll be. I understand that, but like they're both successful. But if the Lamborghini guy looks at the Honda guy, and then he's like, and I'm happy and I'm saying like I'm successful,
and you're happier than he is,
and no, but here's the thing,
that's
we
crazy.
Can both that is crazy, but I'm saying
that's crazy.
We can both be happy, but I'm saying like if I'm happy and you're happy, let's say with all the money in the world you have, and with the amount of money that I have, I am successfully happy, right? And you look down on me, that's a you problem. You see that, like, there's nothing wrong with not having, I don't want to say as much success, because it's really not. Success, it varies on whichever variable you're trying to talk about. But if you're successful, like with the lifestyle that you have, like you love the life you have around you, and someone else's lifestyle, they're looking down on you for whatever you have. That's his problem. That's his problem, not the other guy.
Or even like someone that's doing, I would have to say, worse. Because you have someone that's looking down on you. Yeah. But there's somebody that's looking up to you. Like someone that's in a worse position. You ever seen that? It was like it's kind of like a quote that the guy on the bicycle was looking at the guy in the car, and the guy in the car was looking at the guy with the fancier car. Yeah. And then the other guy was looking at the guy in like the jet. Yeah. Like, I've heard that like before. That. Yeah. I feel like that kind of falls in there too. I'm just saying, like, people have a hard time appreciating the things that they have. Yeah,
it's all perspective. Like, I understand it. Like, it's a whole different thing, because it's so easy to mix it up between having, like, you look up to someone. Looking up to someone is not bad, because you see something, it's like an example, and you can take that example and apply it however it works for you. Like, we have a bunch of celebrities and stuff, and you're like, oh, I really like this guy and I like what he's doing, and you kind of apply things that they're doing to your lifestyle, and then it makes you improve. Sometimes depends what you take from them. I don't know if you get, like, for example, it's like reading books from people who have done mistakes. Yeah, it's like you're learning from their mistakes. Yeah, you're learning from their experiences and stuff. Or like but the whole thing I'm trying to say is, like, like if you have an image of what you really want, and you feel like you're not there yet, it's okay. You basically in the progress, but and you can look up to people and be like, wow, that's what I want, and that's not really envying it. It's just like, that's where I want to get to. You're not trying to take anything away from people or trying to laugh anything from someone else's. You just like, that's where I want to get to, and that's the goal you're setting for yourself. It's different than when you actually have some type of or like, let's say someone else has the like we were saying, like the Lamborghini and the Honda. Like if the Lamborghini guy sees the other guy that he's already happy where he is, and then they try to laugh at him because of his status or whatever he's at, because it's not the same image, like the same image of success
It's
for
the
other
same
people.
material, just different status.
Yeah, I'm saying like,
Oh, you didn't get that?
no, I didn't. Go ahead.
Same
Say.
material. It's made out of metal.
Oh,
Just different status.
yeah. No,
That's
what?
crazy.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it's crazy. You're comparing a Lamborghini to a Honda.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's true. But some people have that mindset of
Yeah.
superiority complex or some sort.
Bro, you know what was one thing that I hated when it was going on? And it had to do a lot with the influencers, like YouTubers and stuff. Especially on the blog area, when people were blogging and everything. A lot of people, I've noticed that a lot of people had this mindset of like, whenever they were like trying to show off everything they have. And they were showing it off knowing an
The
appreciation.
stimulus?
Huh?
Flexing the stimulus checks?
Nah, that's not what I meant. I mean like for example, they're trying to show the things that they had, like all the success that they have, but they try to show it so others could see it. So and the envy of other people make them feel good. Does that make sense?
I also feel like it has to do with them wanting to be worshipped in some type of way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people want to show it off just so you, since
They
you don't
want the
have it.
attention of men, like
Yeah.
people. That's what they were in. That's what they get off on.
Yeah, cause like, and it's so hard to mix it up with, cause like for example, like as car guys, who doesn't like you know when you fix your car and somebody else tells you like, hey man, I really like your car, and it makes you
that's
feel so
different.
good. That's a whole different thing than
Yeah.
when someone's trying to show something off, just so someone else envious, and then that envy makes them feel good. Cause it's like, yeah, I'm better.
But do they actually like gain anything from that envy?
Yeah, they get like the, what's it called? Not courage. They
Are you gonna talk about like an adrenaline rush or?
No, they get like an excitement out of it. Well, that's basically adrenaline. But I'm saying like, they get their ego fueled up.
Yeah.
Fueled up. That's what
They
I'm
kind
saying.
of just jerk their own egos. And
Yeah,
their pride.
and that makes them feel good. It's like bullying. It's like you bully someone else so you can feel superior, and it's like that's their ego coming up.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's the thing is I don't like seeing. I really don't like seeing this stuff.
Yeah, I don't like seeing it either. I used to go through that a lot, especially with the car I have now.
Gotcha.
I would have like, people that are always envious, but it's like, you know how much I had to do to get this car.
Exactly.
That's what it really comes down to. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's just like how, going back to the topic of success, some people would think like, I want the things that they have, but they don't want to do the things to get the things I have.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't actually be able to walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah, it's basically they want to have everything you have, but they don't want to
But in the
walk they don't want to walk the same progress you went to. They don't want to do the whole stuff. They just want the benefits. They don't want the cons.
Yeah, because when you really think about it, let's just say putting ourselves in a position of success, like the trials are crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that's so weird. Like, when we're going like for admiring other people, like that's the weird part about it. Because sometimes you can see someone like get such amount of success or such amount of progress and things in life, and you're like, oh, I admire that. But then, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna set that for like one of my goals because I like it and I would like to be there. But then when you realize, like when you start breaking it down to the things you have to do to get there, you're like, you know what? I don't know if this is for me. That happens a lot. It's like careers. Like careers, you see a lot of jobs especially like, you know, when like first when you were like applying for college, and or like no, whenever you were doubting what to do for college or what to study, and you would look at something and you'd be like, oh, that seems pretty cool, and then you start seeing all the things you gotta do to get to that career, and then you're like, yeah, man, you know, this
like
ain't
the
for me.
steps.
This ain't for me.
It's like, don't get me wrong, I've been through that myself. I started looking at the steps, and I'm just like, why is it so much easier for everyone else?
Yeah. So, and you know what? To wrap the whole thing with success, I think is like the whole point of it, like the key, it's just to learn to love the process. You have to love the process, because if you don't, because the goal, like once you hit the goal, it doesn't hit the same if you don't enjoy the process.
If you don't go through the process, it doesn't hit the same. Like if it's just given to you, you're just gonna be like, oh, nice.
Even if it's not given to you, even if it's just like you really work hard for it, but like you hate the process and all you like is just like the goal itself. Like for example,
like if it just finally pays off, if you go through like those trials that you're just struggling, and then it finally hits, it's gonna hit different.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like for me, I guess it's just for me. Like I guess for some other people it will be different. But like for me, if I don't enjoy the process, and my only enjoy will be the goal, I feel like it's not worth it. I feel like I have to enjoy the process. Like that's the main part. Like that's because that's the journey. Like think of a movie. Imagine like the only thing that you can have that enjoyment and that excitement is the end of the movie, but the whole mid of the movie, it was
a climax and all this other stuff,
and it's all stress and you're not enjoying the whole progress. That's what I'm like. I focus on the progress. If the progress is not something that I can find enjoyment into, it depends what it is, because some things you have to. But if the progress is not something I find enjoyment into, I don't invest my time into it. I don't, just because it's like, because the progress is basically your life. It's like when you think about life, and you're like, oh, when I'm 30, I want to have this and that. But to get to this and that, you have to spend your whole 20s doing something to get there. Are you gonna waste your whole time to get there? And then once you get there, it's like, well, now I have it, and what else? Now you gotta plan for the 40s, and then you have to know the progress for that, because otherwise, once you get there, it's like you get the excitement, but then after a couple of days and a week, it's like, okay, that's it, I guess, for the next thing. So the whole progress was suffering, to then when you get there, it's like, okay, it doesn't feel the same for me. I don't know if you get.
Damn, bro, like there is I ran into this video on TikTok. Yeah. The guy was a homeless guy. He was saying like, I don't know where everyone is in a rush to go to, but once they get there, they're gonna regret it.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was taking in.
Yeah.
Like I think it's kind of scary, because you don't know what the end goal is actually gonna look like.
Yeah.
Like the journey is done. It's the end of the game.
Yeah.
What else is there to do?
Yeah, it's like think about it like this. This is the best way example I've seen some celebrities do. Like explain this. Like when you're in a car, if you don't enjoy the whole rush of like going from 0 to 100, once you hit 100, it's boring.
You know what's another crazy example that I'm getting off of that? Let's just say you're in a vehicle. You're in a 8-hour drive, and the whole time you're on your phone. Yeah. You don't get to look around and see how beautiful it looks outside. That's true. Like you're missing out on a lot.
You are.
That's what it basically is nowadays, especially with people stuck on technology.
Yeah.
Because they're missing out on so much and they don't even realize it.
That's 100% true. That was, especially lately, I'm trying to go back to social media, because I just stopped. I stopped because, and before I used to do it just because, you know, before I was single, and well, I'm still single now. Single. But before I got with my ex, I used to try to be on social media a lot, and then I started getting myself too caught up with social media that I was like, I need to enjoy life a little bit more. Like there's something out there. I'm trying to reach out to people out far away, and I'm missing everything that's going on around me. You know, so I was like, I had to stop with this. Then I did. Then I had a girlfriend, I had this, I had that, and I was really enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really missing social media, but I also was not keeping in touch with the people far away that I had.
I can relate to
that made it a problem. That made it a problem because then it's like once I had a whole problem with like the people around me, not my family, like friends and stuff, everybody around me. A lot of people just dipped out.
Yeah.
And certain things I did some mistakes with some people, and it just things ended bad. And that's only one person. There's only one person.
That's kind of how it feels.
She knows who she is.
Yo.
But anyways, I'm not gonna say names, but yeah. Then I got myself too disconnected to the world, and I was like, well, you still kind of need to know a little bit about it and keep in touch. That's all I needed to. That's all I want to. I don't want to be too connected to social media because I still want to enjoy my environment and stuff, but I still want to keep in touch from time to time with like the people around me and people far away. Yeah. That's I think with life is all a balance. That has to be yours, ain't mine.
It's been mine for like a while. Like it's the first time ever that my phone.
Jesus, man! All these girls are texting you. What's up, man?
Hey, yeah. It's like, no, but I could definitely relate to that because that also includes itself into the journey that a lot of us are in a rush to get somewhere, and we don't even know where that place even is.
That's true.
And as for me, a lot of the time in my life, I've been so focused on trying to get there, that everyone else just didn't matter. It's like I just blocked everybody else in my life. Because I was in my position, I was hoping that they would understand that I'm just trying to make things work. Because I see everyone else being successful, and I'm over here like, what is there for me? I'm cheering you guys on and make I want what's best for you guys. I want you guys to just be great. Yeah.
Oh shoot! I feel like this topic of success is gonna go for
it's like
because it's so deep. It's so deep. I was gonna say like for example, I've realized something lately. Like success, and me personally, I find out that the best way to find success is helping others. Cause like.
Elaborate more.
I was trying to do that, but then I was thinking, I was like, it's hard to elaborate it, cause a lot of times I don't know, like.
Do you feel like, all right, I'm gonna get deeper into this. Do you feel like when you help out others, it's almost like, I'm gonna include God in this because it's almost like every single person that you help out, it's like they give you a tip or a direction and where to go. Have you ever encountered
that was okay. At first, I used to think like that. Then I switched my mind. Okay. Like at first, I used to think that helping others was a selfish way to help yourself, because a lot of times when I helped other people, or I see other people helping, it wasn't just helping to help. It was helping to get something out of it. Like for example, or not in the moment, but later on.
It's like you were giving things, hoping to get something to come back around.
Yeah, in return. But the reason why I used to think like that, and why I changed it, and the whole reason why I was telling you like my way of success is helping others now, it's because I realized like it's not all about you. Like for example, in this earth, I'm in the status. I'm not where I am because of me. I'm not where I am because of me. I am where I am because of people that help me. You know what I mean? You don't get places without help. Nobody gets nowhere. Like society. Think about society. Hundreds of years we did not have the things we have today. And it did not happen because of the people that are alive today. It happened because of the people that were alive before, and they did stuff for us. It's how the generation starts progressing, and like, it becomes that's the thing. Like, it's helping you helps everybody around. Like me helping you helps everybody. So like, it's not. I only don't want my success in life. I want the success of people around me. That's what the whole thing I mean. Like, success for me is really helping others. Because if you're winning, it's not just you winning, it's we're winning. Not just because of me hoping you're gonna do something for me. It's just because, what is it? Like, if let's say I get all the amount of success in the world, if I'm alone and I'm the only one that has all the success, what is it for? Like, if you have all the money in the world and you're the only one that has it, like,
What?
For what?
are-
What's the purpose of it?
What is it?
It doesn't have anything. Like for me, if everybody's winning, I'm winning.
It's like if everyone's enjoying themselves as equally as I am,
Yeah.
getting to be a part of the journey with me and actually enjoying the journey with me
Yeah.
would be nice. I find that to be a very blissful experience.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I used to. I'm a thinker, especially at night. I'm
I
a
feel
thinker.
that.
I'm a thinker. I start thinking about a lot of things, and the reason I feel like the reason why I go deep thinking at night is because in my everyday, I always think of stupid stuff.
Throughout the day, right?
Yeah, but throughout the night, I start breaking it down. And then, because there's really no stupid questions. Like, I say stupid stuff because some things seems obvious or, like, out the box.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, those things is that those questions are the ones that breaks down all the barriers that you never thought about, or things that are a lot deeper than what they seem.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about whatever is life or whatever. You know what I mean? Hey, this is me, man.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Tell me about you, man. We barely know each other. Tell me about you.
Me, bro, I'm like this everywhere, bro. Like, I'm
Right.
just this quiet, timid guy who just mind his own business, and then if I see someone that needs help, I help them.
Mhm.
I never really expect anything in return because I always believe, like, the reward comes from up there.
That's
No,
good.
I never expect anything in return. I used to at some point in my life when I was a lot younger. I can't even say younger because I'm 25 now. More like when I was like 20, 21,
You're so young, bro.
Around
20 is
18.
25 is young.
if you say so.
It is. You're not even midway your whole life. Once you get midway,
If you
then
say
it's
so.
like once you get midway, like midway is 35. Once you're 35, it's like, all right, now you're getting all, bro.
Yeah, it's just, I guess
That's for me. I mean, that's my definition of it.